See here from Pop Culture Madness and ConcertBlogger.com with Ben from Asking Alexandria. How are you doing?
I am good. I'm a little bit upset because I decided to quit drinking before I play shows a little while ago, and we're playing quite late tonight, and all I want to do is get drunk, so I'm just waiting for that beer to enter my hand.
So you're like fiending, watching all these beers float around all day, right?
Everyone's drinking, and I'm drinking a mist. Sierra Mist.
It's probably not the same, right?
It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
So we recently saw you guys absolutely tear up the stage at Carolina Rebellion. What was that festival like for you guys?
That was amazing. I heard the next day got cancelled or something halfway.
Yeah.
Glad we played our day, because that's been one of my favourite shows I've played in a very long time. So
how's Rock on the Range comparing so far?
Well, I've only been awake like an hour, but so far so good. I mean, Rock and Range, when we played it in 2011, to this day is still one of the best shows I think we've ever had. I mean, we shot a music video last time. We had Sebastian Bach come out on stage with us, so I've got high hopes for this show.
Oh, absolutely. So do you think the U.S. festivals are starting to catch up to the ones in the U.K., or do you think you guys still kind of superior over there?
I think we're still superior over there, but only because they're more established. But the funny thing is, I was just discussing this with the guys before, it looks like the American radio festivals are starting to be able to rival some of the European ones. They're getting bigger every year, you know. I think this is sold out, completely sold out festival, isn't it, which is insane. And I think, you know, at this rate, if it keeps growing, there's not really going to be much difference in maybe 2 or 3 years' time, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, do you guys have a preference between playing these large, you know, giant outdoor festivals versus like the more intimate setting in a club?
I love both. I just love being on the stage. The only bad point, in my opinion, of playing a radio festival is the fact that you're set so much shorter. Because like I said, I love playing, and I'd love to be able to play for like an hour and 15 minutes like we do on a headline show. But you know, it's still fun. The atmosphere is completely different, and you get to meet and hang around with a lot more bands. Like, some of them are friends, some of them are new friends you can make, and it's always a good time.
Absolutely. So for you personally, what was one of those pivotal music moments that occurred in your life that made you decide that you had to pursue it for a career?
Oh, you know, I think it was... I've always been very musical since I was really tiny, like 3 years old. My whole family has been. But I think my stepdad, he took me to see Deep Purple live when I was 12 maybe, and I was like, oh, this is amazing, this is what I want, you know, all these fans just singing every word to something you've created. And you know, it's cool music's the one thing that brings everyone together. It's like a universal language, and I don't know, I fell in love at that Deep Purple concert with the whole vibe and the whole atmosphere.
So what do you hope that your music will say to listeners as part of that universal language?
I just hope it like sort of brings people closer together and bridges a gap between generations, you know. I mean, I've noticed a lot over my touring career that our fan base started off very young, and it's gradually got older as we've been touring more and doing more shows and stuff. And it's always awesome to see a kid at a show with his mum or his dad, and then the parents are like, our kid introduced us to you, I haven't heard anything like this since we were kids, and I love your band, blah, blah. So it's nice to see that, you know, when you're a kid, you don't want to go and hang out with your parents, you know, you try and stay as far away from them as possible. But a lot of our shows, we've got parents coming with their kids now and having a good time together, so that's a cool thing to me. It's like when I went to see Deep Purple with my stepdad. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of shows the evolution of the band, too. I mean, your fan base kind of grows up with you, but at the same time, it's not shutting the door to anybody else, too. So.
Which is awesome. It's a great feeling.
Absolutely. So, you know, for you personally, how do you feel about the evolution of the band to this point?
I'm excited. I could never have guessed it. Like when we released our debut album in 2009, I think it was. I always had the goal. I was like, if I can play in front of 100 people a night, I'm happy, kind of thing. But now, like, as I've watched the band evolve and grow, that's all I want. I'm just striving for more and bigger and better things, you know. And yeah, I could not be happier with the way things are going at the moment.
So is it still kind of surreal for you sometimes to see the magazine covers and the award nominations and all that?
Oh, every day. Every day I walk up on stage and I'm just like, oh my God, like this is insane. Or people like recognize me in a mall and ask me to sign their T-shirts, and it's like, this is mental. It's still mental. I don't think it will ever get old, and I never ever want to take it for granted either. So.
No, it's definitely important. So, we have this uprise of social media now in the way that artists promote, the way fans learn about music. How much have you guys embraced that?
Wholeheartedly, because if you don't know, you're going to be forgotten about. You have to change and evolve with the times. And as much as I miss the days where I remember when I used to save up my pocket money and wait for a record to be released and go to the record store and have it. Now it's all internet based, not just talking with your fans on Twitter and Facebook, but there's YouTube and there's iTunes. It's lost a lot of its personality, I feel. You don't have that record in your hand anymore. But at the same time, with things like Facebook and Twitter, it has made it easier for fans to converse with their favorite artists and feel a little bit closer. So at the same time, it's created this new bond between fans and artists, which I think is really cool.
Absolutely. How do you feel? I'm always curious, when you're standing on stage and you're looking out over the crowd and you see, thousands of cell phones all filming the show and things. How does what is that dynamic kind of like?
I just think it's funny because I always try and think back to, I don't know, I wasn't around, but the 60s or whatever, when Zeppelin were playing something, and you see videos and stuff, well, not videos, but you know what I mean, a sea of lighters in the air, and now it's just a sea of cell phones. It makes me giggle every time. So we'll say it during our set sometimes. I want to see your lighters in the air, and there'll be 10 lighters and
cell phones.
Millions, mobile phones. So it's just funny.
Yeah, they had that little evolution of the metal sign, and it was the peace sign, the metal sign, and now it's the cell phone up in the air.
Now it's an Apple logo just chilling.
So what does the rest of summer hold in store for you guys? What's next?
We actually head over to Europe to do the European festival circuit, like Download, Rock am Ring, Rock in Park, all that good stuff. So again, more and more festivals.
Well, you guys are going to be quite busy. Well, hopefully we'll see you guys again here in the States when all that is done. Hey, thank you so much.
September.
Okay, awesome. Great. Thank you for speaking with me. Appreciate it.